Will AI replace your English teacher? In this immersive discussion, Erika and Tony tackle one of the biggest questions of 2026. As artificial intelligence becomes more human-like, many learners are wondering if they still need human tutors, traditional classes, or even the effort of learning a second language at all. Tony, the tech enthusiast, and Erika, the success model, debate the balance between high-tech tools and the high-touch human connection. We move beyond basic vocabulary to explore advanced concepts of fluency, empathy, and the psychological barriers that no algorithm can truly solve. What you will master in this session: advanced tech vocabulary, the empathy argument, the hybrid learning model, abstract reasoning, and vocabulary shadowing. Subscribe to our channel to join the 60-day fluency journey. We bridge the gap between cutting-edge technology and authentic human conversation.
All right, Erica, let's just jump right into it. The year is 2026. If an English learner is still paying for a human teacher, they're basically choosing to ride a horse to work when a self-driving car is waiting at their door.
Wow, Tony, starting with a bold statement as always. A horse? Really? You're saying the human connection in teaching is obsolete?
Obsolete is a strong word, but fundamentally inefficient? Absolutely. Look at the tech reality. We now have AI tutors that are available 24/7. They have infinite patience, they can correct your pronunciation with superhuman accuracy, analyzing your waveform against a native speaker's down to the millisecond. A human teacher can't do that.
Okay, infinite patience is a good point. I've definitely seen teachers get tired. But what about conversation? Real, dynamic conversation.
That's the biggest leap we've made in the last 2 years. The AI models can now hold conversations that are indistinguishable from a human's in a blind test. They can adapt their vocabulary, their speed, their topic, all in real time based on the learner's performance. It creates a personalized learning path for every single user, targeting their specific weaknesses. It's like having a world-class linguist, a speech therapist, and a private tutor all in one app.
Indistinguishable. I'm still a bit skeptical on that. But okay, let's dig into the tech. For our listeners who are at that B2 or C1 level, they hear these tech words thrown around. Let's actually define them. How about we do a little vocabulary workshop?
I love it. Let's do it. First word, algorithm. In simple terms, it's just a set of rules or instructions that a computer follows to solve a problem. In language learning, the algorithm decides which new vocabulary word to show you next based on your past mistakes.
Right. So I could say, the algorithm on my social media feed seems to know I'm interested in sustainable fashion because it keeps showing me ads for bamboo clothing. It's just following a rule. User likes this. Show more of this.
Exactly. Perfect use. Okay, next one. Neural network. This is a bit more complex. It's a type of AI that's designed to mimic the human brain. It learns by recognizing patterns in huge amounts of data. It's not just following simple rules, it's learning and adapting. This is how AI can understand context and nuance in a sentence.
Okay, so it's about pattern recognition. For instance, a child's brain is like a powerful neural network, constantly absorbing language patterns and sounds to figure out grammar without ever reading a rule book.
Brilliant! You're a natural. Third term, latency. This is simply the delay before a transfer of data begins. In conversation, it's that awkward pause between when you finish speaking and the AI starts its reply. A few years ago, latency was a huge problem, but now it's almost zero.
So that annoying lag. I could say, The high latency on our video call made it impossible to have a natural conversation. We were constantly interrupting each other because of the delay.
You've got it. And for our last one, let's do a concept pair. Fluency versus accuracy. Accuracy is about being correct. Perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation. Fluency is about flow, how smoothly and naturally you can communicate your ideas, even if you make a few small mistakes.
That's a key distinction. So, many learners focus so much on accuracy that they are afraid to speak, which hurts their fluency. It's better to be fluent and understood than to be perfectly accurate and silent.
And that's my whole point, Erika. AI is the ultimate tool for building accuracy. It can drill you on grammar, on vocabulary, on pronunciation tirelessly. It handles all the mechanical, repetitive parts of learning, freeing up the student to, well, to eventually not need a human teacher at all. The AI can handle the fluency practice too.
Okay, Tony, that was a great breakdown, and your tech sounds impressive. It's sleek, it's efficient, but it's soulless.
Soulless? That's a strong word. What does a soul do? Check your grammar?
No, the soul connects. Let's talk about empathy. A great teacher doesn't just hear your words. They see the look of confusion on your face. They sense your frustration when you can't find the right word. They feel your excitement when a concept finally clicks. Can your AI do that? Can it look you in the eyes and say, "Hey, I know this is tough, but you're doing great. Let's try it another way."
The latest models can analyze facial expressions and tone of voice to simulate empathy. They can offer programmed encouragement.
Simulate. That's the key word. It's not real. And this goes deeper into cultural nuance. Language isn't just a set of rules. It's a living, breathing reflection of a culture. It's the sarcasm in a British sitcom, the warmth in a Southern American greeting, the directness in German. Can an algorithm, trained on text from the internet, truly understand the cultural subtext of a joke? Or why one phrase is perfectly fine in one context, but deeply offensive in another?
It can learn the patterns associated with those things, with enough data.
But it doesn't feel them. And that brings me to metacognition. Thinking about how we think. Learning a language is an emotional journey. It's tied to our identity, our confidence, our memories. Human connection enhances memory. We remember things better when they are linked to an emotional experience. The compliment a teacher gave you, the laughter you shared with a classmate over a mistake. Those moments anchor the language in your brain in a way that a sterile interaction with an app never can. And what about the psychological barriers? The fear of sounding stupid? The anxiety of speaking to a native? An AI can tell you you're wrong, but it can't create a truly safe, supportive space where you feel empowered to take risks and make mistakes. A human teacher builds trust. They become a mentor. That relationship is the magic ingredient.
A lot of people feel less anxiety speaking to an AI because it's not a person judging them. It removes the social pressure.
That's a valid point for initial practice, but eventually you have to speak to people. Let me give you an example. Think about reading a novel from, say, the 1930s. Let's take Agatha Christie. An AI can analyze her vocabulary, her sentence structure, the frequency of adverbs. It can tell you who the killer is. But can it feel the chilling suspense? Can it understand the subtle class distinctions in the dialogue? Can it appreciate the deep, human tragedy of the story? That's the soul of the language I'm talking about. It's what we connect with.
Okay, I will concede that. The why behind the words, the human drama, that is a gap. So you're saying AI is a dictionary, but a human is a librarian who can help you fall in love with the stories.
Exactly. A very well-read, empathetic librarian. So if the AI isn't the replacement, what is it?
Okay, Erika, you've convinced me. Maybe my initial statement was a bit provocative. AI isn't the entire answer, but it is an unbelievably powerful tool. So if it's not the teacher, what is it?
It's the ultimate assistant. It's not a replacement, it's a force multiplier. This isn't a debate about AI versus humans. It should be about the hybrid future. AI plus humans.
The hybrid model. I like the sound of that. So let's brainstorm what that looks like. In my mind, the AI is your personal gym. It's where you do the reps. You use the AI app to drill vocabulary with spaced repetition, to practice verb conjugations until they're automatic, to shadow sentences and perfect your accent against its model. You can do it anytime, anywhere for 10 minutes or 2 hours.
Right? The personal gym. I love that analogy. And if the AI is the gym, the human teacher is the personal coach. You don't go to the coach to lift the weights. You go to the coach to discuss your goals, to perfect your form, to get a strategy for the big competition.
The strategy.
So, in practice, you use your human teacher's time for the things an AI can't do. You have high-level conversations about complex topics. You role-play difficult situations. You discuss cultural differences. You build the confidence to actually use the language in the real world.
Let's make it super practical. Imagine a learner, Maria, has a job interview in English next week. In the hybrid model, she spends Monday to Thursday in her AI gym. She does interview simulations with the AI, practicing her answers to common questions. The AI checks her grammar, suggests stronger vocabulary, and helps her reduce her latency.
Okay, so she's building her accuracy and her core knowledge.
Exactly. Then on Friday, she has 1 hour with her human coach. She doesn't waste time asking, "How do I say this word?" The AI already taught her that. Instead, she and the teacher discuss strategy. How do you handle a question you don't know the answer to? What are the cultural expectations in a Western job interview? They do a final role play where the teacher throws her unexpected curveball questions.
And the teacher can give her feedback on her body language, her tone of voice, her overall confidence, the human elements. That is a perfect synergy. The learner gets the best of both worlds, the efficiency of technology and the wisdom of human connection.
It empowers the learner. They are in control. They use the AI to build a strong foundation, and they use the human teacher for high-level strategic guidance. The role of the teacher evolves from a simple instructor to a true learning coach and mentor.
So, to answer our big question, will AI replace English teachers in 2026? The answer is no, but it will absolutely replace the old way of teaching English. And any teacher who isn't embracing these tools is the one who will become a horse and buggy.
I couldn't have said it better myself. The future is hybrid. It's high-tech and high-touch.
Tony, we've talked about the practical side, but the intro mentioned abstract reasoning. This is a huge one. How does an AI teach a student to think critically in a new language, to read between the lines?
That's a fantastic question. Abstract reasoning is the final frontier, isn't it? And I'll admit, this is where the line gets a bit blurry. An AI doesn't understand a metaphor in the human sense, but it can be trained on vast libraries of literature, poetry, and philosophy. It learns to recognize the patterns of abstract thought. For example, you could feed it every great speech from history, and it could identify the rhetorical devices, the emotional arcs, and the persuasive techniques. It can then teach a learner to spot those same patterns. It's like giving a student a pair of X-ray goggles to see the hidden structure of the language.
So it's a pattern matching tool, not a thinking partner. That makes sense. Okay, let's talk about the other advanced skill mentioned. Vocabulary shadowing. I know this one is crucial for accent reduction.
Exactly. This is where AI shines. Shadowing is a technique where you listen to a native speaker and repeat what they say in real time, like an echo. It's incredibly effective, but hard to do alone. The AI can be the perfect partner. It can provide a clear, native voice, it can slow down the audio without distorting it, and most importantly, it can provide immediate, objective feedback on your pronunciation, comparing your sound waves to the native speakers. It can pinpoint the exact vowel sound you're struggling with and give you targeted exercises. A human teacher can say, "That doesn't sound quite right," but an AI can show you precisely why on a spectrogram.
So, the AI acts as a high-tech mirror. That's a powerful tool for self-correction. But what about the things AI just can't get? Sarcasm, for instance, or humor. So much of language is about what's not said directly.
Oh, absolutely. The sarcasm gap is real. An AI might analyze the sentence, "Oh great, another meeting," and interpret it literally as positive. It misses the flat tone of voice, the eye roll, the context that you've already had 5 meetings that day. It's the same with humor. A joke often relies on a surprising twist or a shared cultural understanding that an AI, being a logical machine, just doesn't possess. It can analyze the structure of a joke, but it can't get the punchline in a human way.